Hang on, Jill.
Nico said while placing the last few packs of gauze and wipes on his cart.
There's no way I can pretend I didn't hear that. Did you say there's a living severed head in a patient room?
Jill and the nurse both glared at him, intimating that he should continue minding his own business. Sybil, the younger nurse, recently transferred from the intravenous access team to the intensive care unit. She resembled a stocky child standing next to Jill, who towered almost a foot over her. Jill is closer to his age, though years of smoking have aged her considerably. She and Nico frequently swapped stories and talked mess about some of their most obnoxious coworkers.
Come on,
Nico pleaded, almost as if his life depended on him being in on the secret.
you know me. If it's something we have to keep close to the chest, you know I'm solid.
Jill hooked Nico's sleeve, pulling him in closer.
If it was up to me, I'd announce it over the PA system. Apparently, some outside folks are being brought in to deal with it. So Sybil and everyone else up there were strongly discouraged from talking about anything they'd seen or heard. Couldn't be me. I'd just be waiting for one of those bastards to threaten to fire me. It would be all over the evening news so fast. Then they'd get slapped with a lawsuit.
Jill looked like she was about to salivate.
So, is it true? Did you see anything?
Sybil gazed sheepishly at the floor as Jill checked to ensure the med room door was fully closed.
Sybil showed me the chart notes. It had the strangest wording, a patient missing a significant portion of his torso and all of his limbs. Well, you know how I am. I pretended I needed to deliver something to the nurse's station. I hung around until I saw them wheeling the bed up with curtains all around it. They stopped just long enough for me to get a glimpse of it through an opening.
It?
Nico asked.
What the hell else would I call it? If you saw somebody wheeling in a woman's severed leg, would you call it a her? Anyway, when the respiratory therapist parted the curtain, what I was looking at was definitely not a person. It was a head. Eyes blinking. Mouth moving. The rest of the stretcher was as flat as my ass. There was no body there. And why did they need a respiratory therapist when the thing had no lungs?
Nico wouldn't consider Jill's ass flat, but maybe she had some internalized aspirations. Jill was also known to exaggerate details on occasion.
How do you know you weren't looking at one of those older stretchers that was sunken a bit? Plus, if the person lost limbs, there wouldn't be much of them to fill everything out.
Look, I'm just telling you what we read and what I saw with my own two eyes.
Jill paused for a moment to clock the movement of a shadow through the space below the door.
How about you go up and check it out yourself? I'm not going up there again, even if you paid me.